I don't speak the language. Could you teach me?
Spent my whole life looking for love. Somebody told me attention is one hell of a drug. Got me fighting my intentions when we cutting the rug. Love the way you compliment me, fell in love with the love, man. Hey, this shit fucking me up. Every time that I see you, feel like I'm catching a buzz. Back when I was a shorty, I didn't know what it was. I tried to fight all the feelings, but I was catching a buzz. Like, nah, baby, we don't break dance, but I make bands, and I shake a great hand.
What up, though, everybody, and welcome back to the Loft 313. It's your host, Felix, a.k.a. Felix Adon, a.k.a. Top 2 and Not 2. We appreciate everybody rocking with us, man. We hope y'all really enjoying all these episodes we've been hitting y'all with. We just getting bigger and better with the guests every single time. Just make sure you hit that like and subscribe and turn your notifications on. We haven't been doing every other week lately just because with scheduling and the different caliber of guests we've been getting, it's definitely going to be worth the wait. So keep holding in there with us and keep supporting us. We really appreciate y'all, me, D, and the whole team. So without further ado, let's welcome today's guest, my boy Curtis Roach. How you doing today, my brother?
What's good?
Hell yeah,
Thank you for having
man.
me, man.
I appreciate you coming on, man. This is dope. Full circle, I've been rocking with you for a while. We hadn't really met until you performed on the show, which we appreciate you doing that for the Megatron episode. That shit was huge.
That was dope.
That shit was dope.
Thank you for that.
Oh yeah, of course, man. Of course. Some people call me the connector, I've heard. So I love bringing people together. That's my favorite thing in the world. So it was a beautiful thing to see you. He signed a jersey for you that day, didn't he?
Yes.
Hell yeah, that's what's up.
Still excited about it.
Yeah, he's a good dude. He's a good dude. And then he called me brother the first time. I was fucking melting. I'm like, bro, this nigga's a legend, dog. It's crazy.
Yeah, the whole day, like I was anticipating it. Like my hands were sweaty, and I was just, I'm about to meet Megatron. I told my mom about it. She was like, what? Take me with you.
No, that's dope, bro. He's a good dude. That shout out Megatron, man. Shout out my boy Rob Sims. Everybody there over at Primitive. Make sure you check out their stores and check out their products. Yeah. All that good shit.
I want to give you your props too, because this is super dope that you're doing this. Like, seeing the episodes like elevate every time, and just having cool ass guests like Megatron, and you just got your own. It's a vibe over here. Like, this is really cool. Like,
I appreciate it.
I've seen other podcasts where it's like they're aiming for stuff like this. So, this is really dope that you're doing this.
I appreciate that, bro, man. This was just something that I've always wanted to do. I've loved like coming up watching like fucking Jimmy Fallon and Conan and Ellen and shit like that. And I've always wanted to go on talk shows. So I'm like, fuck that, I'm gonna make my own talk show. Yeah. And shout out my brother D and Tyler and Delvon and Zisa and everybody that's come and helped on the show because they helped me bring this vision to life. And what's dope, really shout out to D because, man, every person that comes on set is blown away by the set. And this is his mastermind. I just was like, yo, this is my idea, and he brought it to life, which was dope. So appreciate the props on that, brother.
Of course, man.
So we gonna get right into this, man. This about you, man. People they not hear about me. They already know about me. So tell us who you are and where you from. Let's start there.
Curtis Roach from Detroit, Michigan. I am a rapper, content creator, cat dad. Sometimes I'm a skateboarder during the summertime, and that's pretty much it for the most part. I mean,
word, I feel you.
Yeah.
Okay, and so you primarily do rap, but I know you do a lot of other things. So what got you into music? What got your start in music?
Like, art and music felt like the thing that made sense to me. Like, it was the one thing that always was calling my name. Like, before I was a rapper, I was always just a dude of the culture and hip hop. Like, I love just music in general. My grandma made music back in the 60s, and my dad was an artist. Like, he played football, but he could like paint and draw like vivid pictures and stuff. So I've always had art around me. Yeah. Both my parents would like I was born in 99, but they would like pump all this like knowledge of music inside of like my brain before I was like able to walk for real. So it was just like I was an old soul from jump, and I think it was something that called my name. I got Tribe tatted on me. I always got to show it off. I got Wu-Tang shirt, Wu-Tang wallet, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just a hip-hop kid. So I've always wanted to do this, but I never thought I had like the courage for it until it was like seeing my big cousin Jay Squared, like seeing him go hard. He would
Shout
be
out
posting.
Jay Squared, man. That nigga's nice.
Shout out to him. Shout out to him. That's like, he was like my early mentor, big homie. He was my big cousin, but like he was like really the guy that like showed me the ropes. Like, yo, you don't got to be a famous person to get into music. You know what I'm saying? And you could also, as long as you keeping that pen game sharp, you can be a fucking dope rapper. You know, I'm sorry, can I cuss?
Oh yeah, you can say whatever the fuck you want on the Loft. Hell yeah.
But yeah, like if I wasn't a rapper, I would be like some hip hop journalist or like I was a DJ for a second, you know what I'm saying? I still kind of play with the ones and twos every once in a while, but like I've just loved music and hip hop, and yeah, it just made sense to me like early on, you know.
Yeah, I feel you. I feel like I was the same way coming up with hip hop. Like I was born in '96.
Okay.
And that was just a good time for hip hop. That, you know, that last tail end there of Pac and all that, then Jay, then M, then 50, then Kanye after Lil Wayne's crazy run. Like we had some great hip hop coming up, man.
Yeah.
A lot of different vibes too. And then it also started to, you know, bleeding into like the alternative records with the hip hop shit too. So I've seen it evolve a lot over time. And I feel like you said, no matter what, I always want to be involved with music somehow. The same way with the show. It's like we gotta incorporate music.
Yeah.
It's like there's no point for me to do this if we can't bring music into it.
Right.
So that's a big thing for me too. So I definitely feel you there.
Yeah.
Who would you say was some of your big inspirations coming up? Like I know you said you got the Tribe tattoo, and so who was some big inspirations for you coming up in the rap scene?
So I did a lot of the studying because I felt like it was supposed to be a thing that you do before you like got into MCing and stuff. So I always pay homage to like the greats before my time. But like I grew up on, you know, Lil Wayne, Kanye, and then like when I was in like middle school and going into high school, it was like Chance the Rapper, Childish Gambino, Tyler the Creator.
Yeah.
You know, we had just that whole Young Money era when I was like in 5th grade was crazy, and then it turned into like, you know, Drake and Kendrick Lamar, and I know we got the whole war.
Oh man, we'll get into that. We'll get into that.
But yeah, like it was literally, I think, and I'm not even trying to be biased, but I feel like we've got such an evolved version of the hip hop world that it's like such a blessing to witness all those great people in that time frame. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
From I don't know, like from 2011 to now, you know what I'm saying? But like I feel like that the 2010s was such a great magical era, and even the 2000s when I was a youngin' in, you know, elementary school and stuff, like just going home, I would run home to watch 106 in Park just to see like a Ludacris video or something like that, and it was just something that was like, bro, we're in such an innovative era of music right now. You seeing like Missy Elliott videos going stupid, stupid. Like it was just the wildest era to, you know, witness both of those decades, and yeah, like I think those people like Joey Badass, I also got to give him credit.
Man, Joey is one of the coldest. I've been listening to Joey since he was like 17.
Yeah, that 1999. Yeah, that was like something. And he was one of those like super like always on the skateboard, you know, cruising in the boom bap beats and like
That's
just
one
the
of the
soulful
coolest niggas in the world.
Yeah, like, and I was like, this
that.
guy is speaking to me for real, because it's just like I loved jazz. I thought I was a weird kid for loving jazz and loving like just those hard drums, and just like the lyrics. The lyrics would be like something where I'm like, dang, he really saying something right here. So yeah, like those guys, and forgive me if I'm like missing people, but yeah, those are some of the key
I feel
people.
you. The jazz thing was big for me too. My grandmother listens to a lot of jazz till to this day. So I just remember like riding in the car with her listening to jazz music, and that's always resonated with me too. So I feel, and I'm sure you got a lot of that from your grandmother as well.
Yeah.
So you brought it up. I wasn't gonna bring it up, but you brought it up. So now
I'm
we
sorry.
gotta talk about it.
We keep it brief.
So you give me the Drake and Kendrick shit. It's been going on for a minute. It seemed to simmer. I don't think it's over, but it simmered down heavy at this point. What should give me your thoughts on it?
Okay, I love all parties and all this shit.
Equally. Just say that.
I feel like
fuck with
everybody
both.
does pretty much. Like you, but I was a Kendrick stan. Like To
Okay.
Pimp a Butterfly, like changed my whole like perspective on. Like it fucked my head up when I was like 15 years old. That was when it came out.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my gosh, and I would be listening to that on the way to Cass because I would take the bus down Michigan Avenue, and I was like, dude, this album is crazy. And a lot of people at the time, I think a lot of people my age didn't really connect with it, but I was like, bro, I was already in a stage where I was like appreciating jazz and appreciating like some complex topics and stuff like that. And I was like itching for that. So I was like, this is rap to the highest level. And I remember he didn't get snubbed on that one. He got snubbed on the Good Kid, Mad City.
Mm-hmm.
I already knew from Good Kid, Mad City, like I shed some tears to sing About Me. And I don't even know if I was like old enough to really like, I don't know why I was so damn emotional, but I felt like what he was saying. So I was already a Kendrick stan from the jump. I love Drake. I love his like catalog, but it's like I was kind of already rooting for Kendrick.
I feel you. Okay, so my stance on it is I feel like Kendrick has the biggest song, obviously.
Yeah.
But Not Like Us, that song is crazy.
Yeah.
That beat is crazy. But Family Matters is a banger, and it might be the better diss song. I think it's the better diss record collectively as a diss.
Yeah.
I think Not Like Us is a better song, like to the masses, like in the impact it's having.
Okay.
And I think Kendrick outmoves him a little bit, but I also don't think it's over. I don't think either one of them done. I think he about to get a subliminal every record artist used too.
Yeah. Well, I feel like it's gonna keep on going for sure. At this point, I'm like super over it though. Like, I mean, like I'm willing to talk about it, but at the same time, it's like that shit. Like, it seems like it happened decades ago.
Because it was so much in such a little time frame.
Yeah.
There was so much going on.
Like, I'm like, wow. It almost felt like how the Will Smith slap felt. Like, where everybody was like, what just happened? Oh, my God. And we had to talk about it for a couple days. And we had to, like, sit down with our, grandparents and, like, reflect on
it. That shit was crazy. He really smacked that.
No, it was, it's... I think it was good for the culture and the competition of like things.
See, the thing I don't think it was good for is now everybody dropping diss records. Like, bruh, fucking Diddy's son just dissed 50 Cent. The Game dissing Rick Ross. It's like now everybody dissing each other because of that shit. I don't know if it was great for the culture.
Nah, that does feel like.
I mean, it was
weird.
cool to have Kenny rapping, have Drake rapping. That was cool. But now the follow up on it, when now everybody's like, oh, this is what's hot, so let's all diss each other. That shit lame.
I don't care about all that extra shit though. That's whack.
It's like, man, let's just make music. The niggas actually don't like each other. So
But no,
it's a lot. It was a lot of good music in a short amount of time. I'm interested to see what happens next. If they just both gonna drop albums and just say fuck it, or if they gonna keep dropping diss records. I don't know. Kendrick said he had 10 of them. So.
Golly. Like 10 records is crazy.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 plus 5.
Hey, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 plus 5. Hey, devil is a lie. Here's 69 God.
Yeah.
All right, let's get back to it, man. Okay, so we talked a little bit about your background in music and who influenced you. So tell me about what was it like? Tell your first record. What was the first record that you recorded? Tell me about that experience.
I was like, it was like the SoundCloud era of things, you know what I'm saying? And so I started off where I was just like rapping over classic hip hop beats, and it was like my first mixtape. I took it down, but it was decent enough. Like, it was cool for what I put together, because it was like, it was the early stages of what I kind of stood for, and it was like I was really trying to keep it beats, rhymes, and life, and trying to keep it traditionalist. And so I was like trying to pay homage to like the greats before, rapping over a lot of like 90s influenced stuff. And then my second mixtape was like very lo-fi. That was when I really started to connect with like a lot of SoundCloud producers, where it was like people that was like not even in the country, like some people that was just like producers in Japan and stuff, like because I just love the bossa nova vibes and like just those nice chill drums that you like can just sit and study to, because that's what I would do before.
Yeah.
And like if I wasn't rapping, I was in school and I would be like listening to lo-fi beats and actually like being like the lo-fi girl that was just like writing and studying to my homework. So I think that was like what molded a lot of my sound at that point. And then when I got to like the highly caffeinated era, that was like really that was where I started getting more and more recognition. And I was already doing the open mics and stuff, and I was like performing here and there, but that was really where it was like people were like reaching out to like, yo, we need you on this thing. And that was when I first got it followed up to like, I was on Mopop and all that stuff like that. So I started to really gain like a nice little following off of that mixtape, because it really was like 100% me. Like it felt like I had my influences, but I was like starting to become the person that I was trying to be as far as music wise, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I understand that for sure.
And then like after that, it was like I did, I think, Lelo, which was like me more trying to like get into the electronic sound and more of a modern thing, just because like I was starting to learn more about just my taste in music. Like I was starting to kind of expand more outside of hip hop and like hearing cool things. I went to like Movement for the first time. Somebody took me and I was like, oh, this is really Detroit. Like this is a whole different part of Detroit. Like I remember growing up and hearing, what was it, the bacon, what's that one mix in the morning? It's like the egg and, I forgot. Somebody correct me, but like it was like a techno
we're gonna
mix.
pop that shit. We're gonna do some research.
Yeah,
like,
somebody edit that shit. I'm probably gonna get roasted
as
for that
Lil
shit.
Reese say, we're gonna do some research. We're gonna put that shit.
If
right
Jay
here.
was here, he'd let me know. But like, yeah, it would be like a morning mix or something, or it was like a Friday night mix or something that would be like going on. And my mom would call it. My dad actually would call it like booty music, because he's from Ohio, so he didn't get it. My mom's from Detroit, but like. He was always just like, what is this? Like, what is this? It's just they repeating the same thing. But I was just in the back of the car like, okay, this is nice. So like, that's when I made stuff like WJIT, and a lot of the stuff on that Lelo record was like more syncable songs. So like a lot of those songs still get synced into like stuff like 2K. It was on 2K20 and it was on a few shows and stuff like that. And from that point, I started to really like hone in on like songwriting and stuff. So I would like really try and get my like songwriting game up, because I knew at that point I could write raps.
Yeah.
But it would turn into like, okay, how can I structure a really good song where there's a chorus, there's like a bridge, there's something where you could like sing along to it? Because I think there was a time where I was really just writing like 32 bars for a verse, so like 50 bars. I'm really trying to get my raps off, and like that shit is cool. But after a while, when you performing, people just be looking at you like,
yeah, like, okay,
all right, bro, you got it, you know. And even now, I'll be super mindful about it. Like I'm real, on top of my lyrics still. But I just want to make sure like I'm not just rapping at niggas, you know what I'm saying?
It's important. It's a time and a place. Like
you gotta balance.
You gotta have those show records where it's like you can perform them, and it also depends on the show too. Something's a little more intimate, something a little more hype. But I definitely feel you.
Yeah.
You definitely gotta have a balance. It's important to have a balance for sure.
Yeah, and it took me like going to more like concerts and going to see just great performers. I was already studying those people, but it didn't click for me at first, because I was just like still stuck in my ways about like, yo, I gotta keep it pure hip hop and all that stuff like that. But I think that shit like it really like helped me grow as an artist. And I mean, now I'm like, I think I've done a good job of like keeping that balance, and yeah.
So you brought up a term that I don't know if a lot of my viewers know what it means, but syncing.
Yeah.
With your music.
Yeah.
So and that's obviously been the first sign of that I seen from you was I was in a movie theater, and I don't even remember what year this was, but I'm sitting in a fucking movie theater watching a scary movie. Bodies, bodies, bodies. Mm-hmm. And then you get to the last scene and that song came on, bro. That shit blew my mind. That shit was crazy. I'm like, that is fire. So so if y'all don't know the The sitting in the house bored. You made that during COVID, right?
Yeah, I made it before.
Oh, you made it before COVID.
A week before everything shut down.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So yeah, you was on some
I don't know what. Look, that was like a blessing in disguise because like at that point I didn't know what I would do if like I didn't have that to fall back on. But yeah, like Bored in the House was something that still to this day I think I don't know if I fully process how big that song is. You know what I'm saying? Because like everywhere I go, I was just out in New York and I like had a few people that was like, "Yo," like I don't truly know how big that song is until like people remind me and stuff. So it's like I'm just thankful that happened at the right time. And then to go back to the bodies thing, like that was crazy because they asked me about it. They asked me if they could use it, and I was like, yeah, but I didn't know that it was gonna be like such a pivotal part of the movie. Like,
yeah,
it was actually like the whole movie.
It was literally, bro. It was first of all, it was some part of the trailer. I'm pretty sure. And then at the end of the movie, when it's like, yeah, like it kind of set the tone for the ending.
Like
of the
the
movie.
Reason why the movie is actually, like
it was like tying everything together, and that song started playing.
Yeah,
and I'm like, bro, that's crazy.
Yeah, and that song is something that like it's, I don't know, they got to do like a case study on it because it's just like, you know, that song drove so many people to that platform, like, and I've talked to some of the people at TikTok, like, where they're like, yeah, that song is legendary because, like, there's hella celebrities where their first TikTok is Bored in the House. There's hella people where they signed up for TikTok just to use the Bored in the House. They got, like, the video with their dog using it, you know what I'm saying? So it's just, like, it's something that was, like, super universal.
We're gonna. Sorry to cut you off. We're gonna pop up some of these TikToks here on the screen, so y'all can check out my boy going crazy.
Whoa, they're right. Oh, they're everywhere.
All right,
is that how it's going?
And I'm leaving that in there too.
But yeah, like, and yeah, that moment was just, it was like very random, and it was like something that I couldn't recreate. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like. And I think a lot of moments like that are something like you talk to people that have similar things like that. Yeah, they just they can't recreate their best viral moments or whatever like that. It's just something that happens naturally, you know.
Yeah, man, that record is super crazy. Do you have any other record that you would say is close to that level, or that you think can get to that level right now?
I think as far as sync wise, WJIT has been like up there with the amount of syncs. Like,
okay,
yeah, it's been in a few shows, and it was in 2K20.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's
yeah,
fun.
Yeah, and I still get asked to, you know, use that. Like, so if it's not Bored in the House, it's that one. And I'm sure more songs will be synced, but I use a lot of samples. So
yeah. I feel you. And I want to get back into the sync shit, but I know you got Tyga on the remix. How did that come about?
He just reached out. At the time, like it was a crazy viral like video that was like, it was just going crazy so much to the point where I couldn't like control it. And I remember when like pandemic really shut down, there was a lot of like people that was using it, and he was one of the like first celebrity rapper people to use it. And at first people thought he made it. Like XXL had dropped an article like, yo, Tyga just made the quarantine song of You know what I'm saying? And I was
Yeah.
like, what the fuck? And so
crazy.
I had to like reach out. I'm over here asking all my homies to like comment on XXL, like, bro, this is me. This is me. Finally, he reached out and he was like, yo, you make music. Oh. And, you know, it was like very much just like the opportunity, I guess, you know.
Yeah,
And
that's
like,
what's up.
yeah, it worked out, you know. But yeah.
Yeah. That's crazy. So the sync shit. How did you get involved with sync? And because I know I've seen that there's sites to do it. Obviously, it's about who you know. But how did you get involved with getting your music synced, or was it just something where it just happened and then now you just have the opportunities that follow because of it?
It's a little bit of both. It's more so like, okay, I've had a manager, and like I suggest all like musicians, if you want to come up, get a manager, somebody that believes in you, just gonna like work out negotiations and stuff like that. But he was very much into it because he already had like a lot of experience in the industry, and then also Assemble Sound. They was
Shout out to
messing with
Simple
me.
Sound.
Yeah, like they helped me just have a space when they were at the church.
Yeah.
And I was working on Highly Caffeinated. I worked on Highly Caffeinated there and in Southwest. So I would be back and forth there, and I just spent a lot of time around there. Garrett would like, you know, show me. He would be like, honestly, just like reach out, like, yo, there's this thing that's going on. And I don't even think they were really like heavy on the syncs at that point. I think they're like way more focused on syncs now. But like, that was just one of those, you know, right place, right time things. And the more that like songs like Bored in the House would pick up, you know, that was just like something that was high demand, you know.
Yeah.
And a lot of thing with like sync is like anybody could really get into it. Like you don't have to be big name to get into it. Like as long as you got a good song that fits like a marketable sound that somebody's looking for, you know, you could get like a I don't know, Swiffer Wet Jet, and they just trying to get like something where you cleaning type of song or something. I don't know. And it's just like if you got the vibe, they're gonna go for it. And
yeah, and with so many TV shows, commercials, movies, especially with streaming and everything now, it's a lot of sync opportunities, video games, all type of shit. And that's important. A lot of artists don't know about that. That's why I wanted to touch on that too. A lot of artists don't even know what that word means. So I'm glad you know now. Sync, look into it for real.
Look into it.
Because you don't gotta, you can have 500 followers, bro. If that song fit, they gonna pay you for that bitch.
For sure, for sure. Yeah, I know a lot of people, that's like their bread and butter. Like they thrive off that. So.
Yeah. And then shout out to Assemble Sound too. I used to go to Assemble Sound with Jay Vinci. I don't know if you know who Jay Vinci is. So that's my dog. Crazy. We've been boys for a long time. Shout out my boy Jay Vinci. He's in Florida right now, I believe. But he been coming back and forth for a minute. But yeah, so I went there with him maybe in like 2018, 2017. Yeah. A couple times we made a few records there. But
that was at the church?
Yeah, at the church.
Yeah, I missed the church. Yeah.
Hell yeah, man. Some good times. You got a bunch of deals going on, things going on. I seen you got some shit rocking with Sony. Tell me about that. What's going on with the Sony deal?
So as far as music, I am unsigned. I've been unsigned this whole time. Straight up.
Beautiful.
Put that on everything.
Independent. It's the way to be.
Very independent, but I'm also just like, I'll entertain something that makes sense. I've just been very protective of like my, you know, music and all that stuff like that. But That's actually an influencer deal, and it's like
Fire.
Since boarding the house, I've had like a lot of opportunities where I've like worked with big brands, and I'm like making songs or videos for them, and like that's been kind of like my main thing. Like I fell into the influencer role on accident, like on some real shit, like because I was making funny videos. Like anybody who been following me for a minute, like I've always been a goofball, but like after that, it really was like, oh, you are an influencer, and Sony was like one of the first brands where it was like an actual partnership where they wanted to really like have me be a brand ambassador.
Yeah.
And like I would do brand things, but it would be just like one-off videos. This is like where we like tapped in, and like I've so far they've, you know, flown me to New York, Japan, LA, just a bunch of places where it's like they really messing with the vision. So and they've been very like I don't know, just cool partners. So with that, they've always just been like sending me headphones or speakers, whatever the new like audio product is.
Yeah.
They'd be like, make a video, something. And then and they're usually really cool about like what I like want to do. If it's something stupid or something, they'll be like, okay, we could do that. In the past, I've had like brands where they're just like, nope, too weird, don't like it, too silly, you got to do something like this. And then I'd be like, okay, I'm not having fun no more. But yeah, but this is like one of them, like, I'm not even just trying to talk crazy, but they're like one of my favorite brands already. Like before that, I was a, you know, PlayStation kid. So it was like, it just made sense. And all my cameras that is in my phone is Sony. So it's like, yeah, and they got cool audio product. Like I'm not even gonna put. No, I'm gonna pull it. I got some Sony headphones on me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like they work. They're some good ass headphones. I ain't gonna lie.
I fuck with it. So, yeah, I'm definitely a PlayStation guy too. I feel you.
Shout out Sony. Y'all using Sony?
We are using Sony.
Sony,
baby.
Come on,
you know, come fuck with the Loft. You know,
yeah, come fuck with the Loft, man.
That's what's up, man. And then on the influencer tip too, if y'all haven't seen the cat videos are hilarious. So what started the cat videos, bro?
Look, that was on accident too. Like my cat, she just unbothered as hell, and that shit took off like 2 months ago. It was something where it was like I had started rapping Busta Rhymes "Look at Me" verse, and that shit took off. And I was like, let me make some more videos with her. And like every video now is just like undeniable, like viral thing. I made a page for her. She had like 60,000 followers on her own page.
Yeah.
My manager, he was one of the people that was like, yo, you should like, you know, make more videos with her. And then now it's at a point where he like called me like 2 days ago. He's like, you know, you could slow down on that. Like, it's kind of crazy. Like, she's taking over. Like, and when I was in New York, I got recognized for my cat videos. There's some lady who came up. She was like, dude, yo, love your cat. I think it's something where it's like also cats are just undeniable. Like, cats and dogs.
Yeah.
You make a dog video. If it's cute enough, it's going to go crazy. And you got a bunch of pet owners out there that just, like, relate to certain things that you might be interacting with your cat. Your cat is going to ignore you. You know what I'm saying? Or your dog is begging for treats or something. Like, it's always something that's very relatable. I think that's something that I've, like, honed in on with, like, niche content is, like, you just got to make something that's, like, relatable. Or something that is just real life in a way. I never liked seeing, like, stuff that was too set up. And I couldn't do that in the past. Like, if it was, like, a thing that was just too scripted or something.
I feel you. I'm the exact same way. That's why I don't do a lot of like social media content, because it's hard for me to do. It's not hard for me to do scripted stuff. I just feel like it has to make sense.
Yeah.
You know, I can't. I don't want to put myself out there if I feel like it's corny or you know, if I'm trying too hard.
Yeah, that's something you gotta really ask yourself. Like, if you really want to do it, it's like, are you going to like be one of those people that's like, all right, we about to make this prank video or something like that, and it's just something very inauthentic, or you gonna just like be you know? And that's where I think a lot of people thrive is like, and they go farther if they're just like being them in their content, like
Exactly.
Yeah, because that's what people want at the end of the day. People just want you, you know. If you're a regular person. I know people that don't really be funny on there. They like, I don't know, just doing makeup videos or they're, regular stuff, It's just all what people like.
It's some type of content for everybody, for sure. But definitely doing something that's true to you, because people can tell when that shit's authentic, for sure.
Yeah.
You can definitely tell. You can read something, most of us, most people can tell.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Shout out to everybody that's be tuned in to them cat videos, man. For real. It's
can
crazy.
We pop a cat video over here? He talks to his cat, bro. It's hilarious. And the cat's like, I don't give a fuck what you're talking about. Bro, cats are crazy because they really don't give a fuck. They don't listen to you.
No.
It's like they just, it's like, this is my house. They don't give a fuck.
Yeah, we're living in their world.
For real. It's like a little tiny lion in your house.
For real. For real. If they were any bigger, they probably would eat you.
They said if you died, your cat would eat you within like a couple days.
I believe it.
If
That's
you
so
died
dark.
in the house.
It's so dark.
It's fucked up. It's crazy.
Up.
All right.
Got sad.
Man, shout out Michigan to Fire. I'm blowed right now because I smoked that wood. No, we're not gonna bleep that. Fuck that. We on the loft. I smoked some gummy buns. This shit is crazy. We got some Jamello over here. Man, shout out them guys over at Michigan to Fire. They're growing some of the best weed in Michigan. Great price point, great taste. Terps is on point. Make sure you get you some. All right, so I want to talk about. Do you have any other thing that you want to do? Any other thing you want to do professionally? So outside of music and content creation, is there anything else that you want to pursue that you want to get into? For example, I want to get into acting. This is, I feel like, my segue into the acting world, hosting and doing this show.
Yeah.
Things like that. So what else you got on your under your belt that you want to get into?
On a professional level, just want to elevate the music stuff to like a higher level, and then take the content creation and like do acting. And I do want to be on the big screen one day for sure. Like be in a cool show. I've always loved writing little scripts and stuff. So even if it was like on some Childish Gambino shit, where I'm just like making my own stuff. Outside of like art and stuff, I think I would love to have my own cafe one day. I've always had the dream of like having like a little jazz hop cafe where it's like hip hop and jazz nights, and we got an open mic and something community based, and you could like bring local artists up. You could have like it's just a vibe that people can come through to, because I feel like that was something that was my foundation.
Yeah.
Like outside of school, I would always just be at some cafe that would let me chill for hours and like work on my music, and then also if I needed to finish homework or something, and then I would catch inspiration, Shazam, whatever is going on. So that's something I've always like dreamed of.
Okay.
And that's just outside of music and stuff like that. But like, yeah, of course, want to act. I want to curate like art shows and just kind of just take everything to another level, like for real. I'm still dreaming big,
Nah, I feel you. And you got you. You always got to be looking to the next goal. Living in the moment is important, but always having goals and things to strive for is important as well. And knowing where you want to go. Like you said, being authentic to yourself and what you want to do is more fulfilling when you're doing what you love, for sure.
Yeah, I agree.
So, back to the music. Like you said, you want to take the music to the next level. So what is going on with you right now musically? What's your plans? Are you working on a project? What are we doing musically right now?
I've been working with some producers. Shout out to Illingsworth. I just dropped an EP last year around this time, Afro Bebop. Illingsworth is an incredible producer. Key Lime the Pro is also somebody I've been working with. Gully. Shout out to Gully. I've been kind of back in my like hip hop bag, just like on some real highly caffeinated, inspired. If you want to, go there. I've been just writing a lot of stuff, stacking up a lot of stuff, but I haven't put out anything yet. So I'm kind of just like trying to get the right partnership / deal that can like distribute the music to great places and stuff. I think I can do it on my own, but it's just like having a right strategy behind it, because I think being independent is great. I think it's just having like a support system.
Support system is important.
Yeah.
The independence part is important of like owning your shit.
Yeah.
And not selling it away for pennies is what, where the independence part is important.
Yeah.
And you can't do it yourself though. It takes a village,
It does.
You need, those, people who have those machines behind them. They got people that know what they're doing and how to maneuver in this game.
Yeah.
And as long as you got people where, it's equal on both sides, then you can thrive in that space, especially nowadays.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I feel you. And just like everything, it's a balance to it,
Yeah.
It's a balance to everything.
Yeah, I feel like lately I've been kind of more focused on the content stuff and like took a little step back from music without stepping back officially. I think it was something where it was just like, okay, the content is like doing more, or it's like more active in the moment, because like I travel for content now, you know what I'm saying? So it's like I was just in Chicago and then went to New York right after that, and it wasn't for music this time. It was like content stuff. So I just need to like take more time to like focus on music, and I think if I want to do that, I'm going to have to like hone in, you know what I'm saying? And I have shit that's just stacked up, and I feel like I have probably like 150 songs that's like stacked up, but it's just like what to do with it and who's gonna help me take care of it. Cause like I'm cool with putting out stuff, but it's just like you said, like it takes a village, and you need some people to back you, and you need to have like some care behind it, like from the audience too. Like I'm not saying like people don't care about it, but I'm just saying like you want to build that hype and be like, yeah. So I've been kind of just like putting freestyles out and like putting just regular random shit to just let niggas know that I'm still deadly on the motherfucking mic.
Nah, I feel you. I don't let niggas know you nice always.
Oh yeah.
Hell yeah, I feel you. I've been on a vibe this year, putting out a single and a video every month, trying to just get back to. That's where I started. I feel like my main momentum came a few years ago when I was doing I dropped a song every week.
Oh wow.
Yeah, for a while.
Damn.
Yeah,
that's
and
tight.
that shit was crazy.
Damn.
That's why I think I have like 70 plus songs out right now.
Wow.
Yeah, so that's what the momentum came from, doing that, and then now I've slowed it down because now I'm doing where we're dropping a video with every song. So just trying to space the content out and making sure I give people what they want. People have short attention spans. They need a video. You can't just put a song out nowadays. You're almost wasting your time if you don't put out something, short form content. Something. People need a visual, a fucking lyric video, if anything.
Yeah, I think that was another thing I'm just like really bad at, like asking for help on that tip. Like, cause I have like a few videos out, but like I don't be proactive with like music videos. I'll be like, I'm one of those people that like, I gotta let the music speak for itself. But like, nah, that's not the case. Like niggas need to see that visual.
Need to see that visual, and it's important for the song. It gives it that, like you said, the visual, so they can see what you see when you was creating this.
Right.
And again, the attention span, like people like watching videos, especially if they seen it on Instagram when they scrolling, TikTok, whatever. It's just important for people to see. Yeah. So I had to learn that too, because I was the same way. It was like, just let the music speak for itself, put a video out every once in a while, pick a song. Yeah. But now it's like, nah, every song needs some type of visual.
Yeah. You got artists now, like they turn their album into a visual album.
Exactly.
Like, it's really normalized, and I love that shit too.
I love it.
Yeah. Who's been like your favorite person right now? Who's like dropping?
My favorite person right now. I'm listening to a lot of different music right now. I fucked with Skilla's new album. Shout out Big Chris. Big Chris did the third track. I forget what it's called, and he did the track with Moneybagg Yo too. So he engineered on those tracks. So the Skilla album is fire. The YG Marley that praised John and Moonlight. That's been my shit lately. I just dropped a song, Wavy Einstein, with BMW Cream and my boy Wavy. Okay. So that's a banger. Been a lot of good music, man. Mexican OT, we've been bumping his shit lately. Yeah, that shit been going crazy. Man, I could name a lot of people. I listen to a lot of different music, but those some people that I've been listening to lately.
Nice.
But my inspiration for music is, like, my favorite rapper is 50 Cent, to be honest with you.
Really?
Probably still to this day, 50 up there. Get Rich or Die Trying is one of the best albums to come out in a long time.
Man.
But you know, Jay-Z, Kanye, Wayne, love Pac. I would say I'm a little more Pac than Biggie.
Me too.
Okay.
My dad was a Pac fan. Like.
Yeah, I'm more Pac than Biggie, which is, you know, that's not usually a popular opinion, I feel like, but I just feel like the way Tupac rap, I fuck with a little more. Yeah,
he had more of a like social, you know, commentary, and he also would like switch it up, start talking to like the streets, and he just kept that balance. Like he was just so prolific too. Like I don't know, Shout out Pac, man.
Shout out Pac, man. R.I.P. Shout out Biggie too, though.
Yeah, shout out Biggie.
But yeah, so that's probably some people I'm listening to now and then. Some of my inspirations coming up. We got to get in the booth, man. We ain't never did a record together. That'd be something special.
I'm with it.
I do a lot of different things too. I'm into, you know, I put out a reggae record a couple months ago. Tight. That record has been going crazy. Put One in the Sky. Everybody keeps streaming that shit. So yeah, I got a rock record that I'm sitting on that we need to put out at some point and shoot a video for. What else? We got, man, all types of vibes. So we can do whatever you want. We can rap, we can sing, we can do whatever you need to do. I'm
with it. Yo, I've been on the same tip. Like sometimes I'll show it every once in a while, but like I can get in the, you know, more trap bag, you know what I'm saying? I don't show it as much, but like I've studied enough to the point where I can like get into the R&B or the trap, or I haven't tried reggae. That's
Reggae's
actually
fun,
crazy,
bro. I'm gonna show you after we done. I'll show you the record.
Okay, that's crazy. Yeah, I would love to do, you know, more genres, but like that's something. Yeah, as an artist, I'm down for whatever, bro.
Likewise, I listen to so much different music. It's hard to stay in one lane when you're creative. You know, when you like, man, I'm like, I know I can make some shit like that.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, man. Is there anything that, other than reggae, what's another genre that you would want to delve into that you haven't yet?
I don't know. I would love to just one day like actually make a jazz album. I know I talked a lot about jazz, but like have something that's real like jazzy. Like it's straight up like live band and stuff.
Yeah, that'd be crazy. That would be crazy.
And even though I've probably done like some electronic inspired stuff, I would love to do something that is like that, like a full project like that. That would be super tight, because like I love Vince Staples, and
shout out Vince Staples.
Like he did a great job of making something like super inspired by that, but still keep it like close to home, where like it's still West Coast. But
that's what's up. Jazz would be crazy.
Maybe a folk album.
Folk album? That would
I don't know. Yeah.
I love folk music too, which is weird. Like I won't say I love folk music. I have folk songs that I listen to that I love. Let's say that.
it's like the first thing that comes to mind when you hear folk. It might be not the coolest vibe, but I've heard some shit where it's like, oh, I could ride on a like boat or whatever. Like, you know what I'm saying? Have a nice beer to this. Like this seems like a very cool vibe. A brew. A brewski. But yeah, I don't know. I'm down for whatever though.
Hell yeah, man. Well, it has been a blessing having you on the show, man. Is anybody want to shout out anything you want to talk about before we get up out of here?
Free Palestine, free all the peoples, free all the nations, Sudan, Congo, Puerto Rico, Haiti. There's so many nations. That's all I gotta say.
Freedom, guys. Exactly. Well, I'm your host, Felix, a.k.a. Felix Adon, a.k.a. Top 2, Not 2. This is the Loft 313. Curtis Roach. We out.
Ayo, why buy the cap when you can cop fitted? Why fuck the game when you can fall in love with it? Palm trees on the campus, this is not a willow. 5-star barbecue, eating armadillo. Face on the pillow, pussy singing like the willow. Then I pass it to the homie like it's monkey in the middle. Tell her top me up and take him, I'ma cop me a Bottega. If she fucking NBA, you better not be on the Lakers. I'ma have to go ham, no assalamu alaikum. Protect you from Jahannam, slap a condom on the bacon. Talking slaughterhouse vibes, reading Slaughterhouse 5. I'm an on my Kurt Vonnegut. Pass the blunt, I'm trying to get fried. Pass the pen, I'm trying to get signed on the fucking dotted line. Cause my soul is up for buying and I'm not lying. Trying to beat me bar for bar, boy stop trying. Ops gotta stop dying. Motherfucker, I'm the sample surgeon, gotta throw a mask on me. Fuck around a samurai emerging, they'll blast for me. Hit it from the vertebrae, your ass chubby. I'm about to blast, honey, please stop going so damn fast for me. Please. Don't need the keys to my Bimmer. She a 2023 and she Venetian vanilla. I threw the cheese to the dealer, proceed to speed to the villa. My bitch, perfect lips, ain't no need for a filler. I feel like Hutchinson, I'm getting through lines easy as butter. And breakfast, lunch, snacking and supper. And now my stuttering. The industry ain't nothing but rent stickers and Cullinans. Democratic, Republicans, record execs and publishing. So I've retreated, the baddie is on my penis. The mattress is Tempur-Pedic. I hope I don't sound conceited. I'm beamer cruising, I laugh at you inside of your Prius. I know you get mad, but all you can do is kiss. I'm running out of ideas, is out of the question. Never been the cleanest, now I'm showering blessings past the conditioner. Never been a listener, stuck in imagination. Be nodding while I'm plotting a hoe. New conversation, I hope you college kids don't get bored of your occupation. I hope that your wife will get horny or on vacation. I know I'll still be working at 40, I'm not complacent. The flow is so divine, the Lord is who I'll be thanking. The blow is in the lines you snort whenever I'm playing with coach. But now I'm sky priority, champagne, and I wouldn't give up my girl for sorority. Full of Asians, you don't deserve a verse to support and form a donation. I'm hankering for some pizza, you know I'm going to blazes. The boy's born in the shy, you know I'm going for greatness. I'm sorting out what's important and smoking and contemplating the fame without the fortune without the famous. And I think about the red carpets, all the glory and performing with the fans marching, going crazy while they raging in the stands, barfing catalog on fire like I pled arson. But then I get to thinking about the med scarfing, fake friends harping, plus the motherfucking feds narking, big red target up on my back, another dead artist. I guess I'm cool like the AC when my life as long as Lacey in the bed arching, bitch. Yeah, one take. I told y'all this shit was gonna be creepy.